Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about three maps, which are a collection type in GenLayer that are like supersets of dictionaries in Python. So I'm just going to quickly paste some code here and explain. So the first line, as we all know, defines the version of GenLayer. Second line imports every model and method we are going to use into the GL namespace. The fourth line defines the GL the contract, which is mappings. Then we create a person tree map, yeah, of key value string, key of string, and the value is an unsigned integer of 256. Now we initialize this to Bob. So we initialize some key and value pairs in the tree map, which is Bob age 25. Then Alice age 20, Mark age 2, and Tim age 40. Now, just like dictionaries, you can also run gets on the tree map. So you can see this method here returns the age of the person. Yeah. Second method we are going to create is the method that will set the name and the age of the person. So this is a write method. So we are going to define this with the gl.public dot write gl.public dot write decorator. Then we say set person. So you pass in the person as a name string, and this will return nothing. So you just say self.persons. Then you pass in the person as a key. Okay, and then yeah, you pass in the age too because we have the full dictionary to work with the age. So this will be an integer. So we'll set this as U256 underscore age. Jesus. Next we are going to set the delete function. We are going to define the delete function. So this just tells us how to delete the inputs on the key map. So keeping in line with the default Python logic we have, we are going to, let me just quickly copy this and paste here. And then define, I'll say delete person. Then we pass in the self, we pass in the person, the name, person as a string. And then this returns so we say self dot persons dot pop, and then we pass in the key that we want to remove. And then the last method we are going to write is the method that checks if the key or the person is contained in the list of persons. So if you are to run this delete person and remove, let me say Bob, you will need this method to check if the value Bob is still contained in the tree map. So we do that by just saying say that is contained. This will return a boolean. So we just say return person in self dot persons, and that's easy. So whenever you test and deploy this method, I think currently this GenLayer Studio isn't functioning properly because I can't deploy the contract. It just keeps me pending. I'm proposing. Oh wow, it did deploy. Okay, yeah, we can test it now. So you can see get person age. I've already defined people. So let me say Bob. Then we call the contract Bob. And it returns the age 25. So we can say Alice. And it returns the age of Alice 20. Yeah. So we can also check if Bob is contained in the map, yeah, which is read only. So and the default is true, but we have to pass in something like Mike false. Yeah, so you can also call the delete methods and the set person method, which will add. Let's add Mike now to this. Okay, and now let us cross check if Mike again is contained. Yeah, false. Accepted, not yet finalized. Okay, the submission hasn't been finalized yet. But when it's done, if you have to run the call contract again on Mike, the transaction will return through. So thank you and have a great day.